Hey, I'm Tabitha, and this is Tabitha is Okay. Today, I felt like doing something really simple because I had a pretty bad migraine overnight, and so we're taking it easy today. But because I'm feeling really basic, we're gonna do a tier list. And as you can see, I already have my tier maker list set up. And what we're going to be doing is ranking as pets the Mario enemies. Like I said, I want to do something simple and fun today, so I thought it would be fun to do this specifically, like seeing which enemies are going to make good pets, which ones we want now, versus like I would never want this as a pet. And I thought of this because while I couldn't sleep very well, my partner is very sweet and was playing the new Mario game, and I had to look it up. It's Super Mario 3D World, and it's not that new apparently. It came out on the Wii U, and I had a Wii U, and I wasn't much of a Mario player, but I like watching people play because platforming is something that it's really fun to watch. I love people getting frustrated and then realizing and learning over and over again, and Mario is a good starter platformer, but I myself am bad at them. So watching the Super Mario 3D World enemies, now on the Switch obviously, I was thinking to myself, these little lava guys, specifically, this is what gave me the idea, are so cute, but like obviously it would be really hard to take care of them, right? Like they need lava to survive. You can't really cuddle or pet them safely, and if they create excrement of any kind, it's probably going to be horrible, right? They're so cute, and also they do really good protecc, right? Like the lava guys, especially in the Super Mario 3D World that got ported to the Switch. I don't know about any other flame guys specifically, but they're very surprising in a few of the levels, and I really love them. I was going to say but then I decided to upgrade it. So this is going to be my first example because that's what inspired me, but I also wanted to show you the levels for my tier first before we decide where we put him. So I have at the top, Reality Now! Like, we need this yesterday. This is like gonna replace dogs. It's so good, which I don't believe exists personally. Next is Ultra Pet. Next is Really Good. Then Decent with a heart. So like not a negative decent, like this is a decent pet. A Bit Tough. Not Interested. Big Drawbacks. And then it starts getting mean. Return to Pound. Like, that's what we call it in the United States anyway. It's where you bring animals you don't want, or like feral cats. It's kind of sad actually that I even put this on here. But maybe even worse is Sent to Hell. So Sent to Hell would be like, not only is this a terrifying monster that like doesn't do a good job protecting, it's not like cuddly, you couldn't like bond with it. It would be the ultimate like, hell no, get this out of my face, terrifying freak monster. Like think of the Fly halfway through transforming. I mean, everybody wants Jeff Goldblum, don't get me wrong, but you'd still send that shit to hell. Okay. So now that we have our list, I'm going to put my little flame guy up here. Okay, so like we said, he does protect, and he's super adorable. As for bonding goes, like maybe we could play jumping games and fetching games. Although obviously cuddling a lava monster is a little difficult, and the care and upkeep would be a lot. So I actually think, even though I love him, I think he's adorable, I actually think he goes under Big Drawbacks. Because he's made out of lava. It's tough. Like, let's go with this guy next, the traditional Boo. Because I know this one, first of all, so that's a great easy start. But also, like, a ghost is sort of intimidating, but also the care for it might not be as intense. Like, you don't have to keep an active pool of lava in your house. He's sort of like playful in a naughty way. I know that the boos like sneak up on you when you're not looking. So that's, even though that's silly as fuck. He's pretty adorable though, and he does good protects. So I think I would actually put Boo into decent, because the care wouldn't be too hard. Who knows what a ghost eats? But like, even if you got ectoplasm, like really gross ectoplasm, like from Ghostbusters all over the place, it would still be less intense than having like a dog. I don't know, it'd probably be the same as like a dog getting sick, right? Like, yeah, I think decent is probably okay, because even if you do have to feed him, he's very independent, more cat-like than dog-like. I don't know why I compared him to a dog. Like, he does his own thing and sneaks up behind you and attacks you. Oh gosh, that sounds like the last cat I did have, actually. She was a sweetheart. She passed away a few years ago. Okay, are there any kitty cat-like ones, since we made myself sad? This guy, who is this? I don't know. Okay, I have a list here open next on my other screen of all of the Mario enemies, so if I don't know them, I can look them up. This looks like a Koopa, but like one of the nephew ones to Bowser or something. Oh, this list is much bigger than I thought it was gonna be. Oh, yep, okay, that's a huge list. Well, he looks like a Koopa, so we're gonna go with that vague vibe. And also maybe he's related to Bowser because he's got like more special stuff. You know, like almost like Baby Bowser. Yeah, that's what we're gonna say. Okay, first of all, he comes with magic, fire, and a wand, and he seems sentient based off of being bipedal and the ability to use magic. And also, I think he's not very cute. I know he's supposed to be, but I don't think he is. And honestly, he just seems like he would be a ton of trouble. I don't know from gameplay if he does good protecc, but I think he's a boss or a mini boss because of all the reasons I already said. Like the little details he has that make him seem more elaborate. Like he has accessories, he has a specific face that's different. But yeah, anyway, I think he would be a pain in the butt. He's got magic and fire, he's sentient, and he looks like a little punk, and not even a super cute punk. So I think I'm gonna put him in Return to Pound. Heck no, we don't need that in our lives. He will find a nice home with somebody else who wants to deal with that. Okay, speaking of who wants to deal with that, let's do this guy. Look at this guy. I only know this guy from Mario Party, so if he has other abilities and powers, I don't know them. But he blocks your way and he falls onto you, and he's very aggressive, and he's money hungry, and he's also sentient. He is terrifying and mean. I think we're gonna just send him to hell. We don't really need to even think about it. Besides, like, I don't know, if you're actually going to battle, like who wants him as a pet, right? And you can't like ride him or anything. And he just robs you. Yeah, no, he can go right to hell, whoever he is. We're gonna call him Mr. Blocky. Oh, I know this one. This is Galoomba, and I know this because I called him a Goomba like 800 times while my partner was playing the Super Mario 3D World. And he was like, no, it's a Galoomba. But they're basically the same as Goombas, except shinier, and they wear shoes. Good for them. They're cute. They're not quite as cute as Goombas, but they are smart enough to wear shoes, so maybe they are smart enough to take the shoes off when they come inside, like a very respectful pet. They're cuddly. They look like they'd be fuzzy if they were like animated with that much detail, you know what I mean? Like little fuzzy. like a bunny, like really short hair but soft. And I think that they're pretty cute. Yeah. They also do, I was gonna say a good protecc. They're not very good protectors, but they do try, and they're right on you as soon as they see you. So I'm gonna put these guys in decent also. Like, you want to hug. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should put him in really good. Because, like, unlike our friend Boo here, he's got a cuddle factor. And so I want to bump him up, actually, into really good. Because there's, like, not a lot going against the Galoomba as far as being a pet goes. I think he could really handle it and be adorable. So yeah, I like him. We'll put him up into really good. I want to do a few that I don't know, and I'm going to do them more quickly because I don't know them. So, like, starting off with this, I have literally no idea what this is. It looks like an ink monster, maybe from Sunshine, I think is the game that has the ink that attacks you. He looks evil. I don't think he's cute. I think he's very intimidating. It's like that creepy smile, not a cute smile. And if he is indeed made of blobs of ink, he doesn't really have a good cuddle or bonding factor. That being said, he's probably a really good protector. And, like, if you commit to having your walls painted black and your couch and everything else, he could be really good at helping upkeep the house too. Okay, I'm gonna put him in not interested, but I don't think he has enough big drawbacks, like, in comparison to actual literal lava. Well, I don't know, the ink is also like a cleanup thing. Yeah, let's put him into big drawbacks as well. We'll have little buddies down here for different reasons, in very different ways. They're both in big drawbacks. This is the, like, modern representation of the sun from the original game, and I know the sun from the original game isn't. Is it more than a minute into this? Yes. Asshole. Of course it is. He's an asshole. I'm just gonna send him straight to hell. I'm not even gonna think about what he might offer in protection, because I actually thought he was really scary when I was little, and we won't be having any of that. Who are some ants that I don't know? Oh! Some kind of underwater fish monster? I hate it. I think it's gross. I'm going to return it to the pound. I'm not going to send it immediately to hell because, honestly, maybe it's like a super neutral thing that I don't know about, and he's actually fine. He's just terrifying looking, but, like, you can tell he's an underwater beast because he looks like a fishy sort of Loch Ness monster type thing. But the teeth and the eyes and needing the kind of space he would probably need, just guessing by the look of him, I don't need that. The drawbacks are not worth it. Let's just send him home to somebody else who's gonna love him more. Okay, who's this? Oh, okay. So this is a bone monster. And the interesting thing about bone monsters is the implication sort of is that they wouldn't need to be fed, they wouldn't have excrement, but obviously the cuddle factor is real low. Not as low as hugging lava or just this guy because I don't like him. You heard me. But, like, is this going to draw your eye when you're picking out a pet? I would say that I'm not interested in a skeleton fish pet, but I do think that it's a little bit tough. Oh, perfect. I have a bit tough category. So you can tell that I made these because that's just the nature of how I talk. Yeah, I think that he would probably have some special needs that are tougher than a ghost. But you know what? Like, look at that big yellow eye and tell me you don't want to try and hug him. Okay, here we go. Let's pick somebody else I don't know. Who's this? Okay, this is like... Oh, I bet it's like a sister or a cousin or a relative of this character. Because, again, there's accessories. There's clearly, like, higher levels of intelligence because they're, you know, have things that are, they, like, have a tool, so to speak. You know what I mean? So she also looks like she's a magic danger lady. Again, I'm returning to the pound. I'm not interested. I don't want to say that I don't think she's cute, but also I don't. So I'm gonna return her to the pound. She looks like she's in league with him. Actually, I'm gonna put them next to each other. There we go. They can be their little family unit. Yeah, actually, are there any more of those in here? Oh, see Baby Bowser! Oh, okay, there's a couple of Bowser types in here. I don't know how I'm gonna separate them. Oh, here we go, here's another one. We will see if I end up putting all the Bowsers together. Okay, here's this girl. I'm gonna put, I think, unless one of them really draws out to me, like, look, oh, I hate him. I want him to go right to hell. Okay. I actually am gonna put big drawbacks. In the same way that I instantly hated this guy and wanted to send him to hell, I think this version of this, if they're the same guy, is much cuter. He doesn't look like he wants to steal from me and go, like, buy drugs. He looks like he wants to steal from me to buy comic books. And I still don't appreciate that. Gonna put that in the big drawbacks category. He's still a sentient, terrifying, spiky monster boy with magic, but I don't find him instantly repulsive either. Yeah, and this is kind of the same thing. I don't know if he's quite related to them, but again, no cuddle factor or very low cuddle factor, especially because, like, his little eyebrows are extra creepy. And a magic user. I'm very nervous about these magic users. I don't want to hang out with them. Like, oh, wait, this guy goes right to hell. I know him. Fuck him. Fuck him right in the nose. Do these go together? Oh, no, they just happen to be right next to each other. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I've seen the bees. The bees are in the new game, and I am interested in them. Oops, hold on, I need to scroll up. I think that these would be a really good pet. They do attack. They're a little slow, and they're not very intimidating, but that's good because it ups their cuddle factor, and they're like big fuzzy bees. They're like as big as the Goombas in that world, at least. And so I think they would be like into a cuddle. They've got little feet so they could like come cuddle up to you. They also don't have stingers. They have beaks, which is weird, but cute weird, and I like it. And also, hopefully, potentially, they make honey. So I've always wanted to do beekeeping, but I'm actually allergic, so not really a safe hobby. Instead, I just buy it from the farmer's market. Honey, not bees. Okay, let's blow through a few of these smaller babies, because some of these are going to be instant wins, right? Like, I think that this little bat needs to go up top somewhere. I'm actually going to put bats under Ultra Pets because I want a bat house in real life. I'm going to do my 10-second spiel on this. Bats eat flies. They also will help stave off like more dangerous versions of like spiders and stuff, which like is just because they're eating the same food and so they don't hang out in the same places, so it's not dangerous to any of the animals. They need very little care. You can just put like these safe, dark, open-bottomed boxes, almost like a birdhouse out in your backyard, and they will rest inside in the dark at night or during the day, and then they come out and like enjoy the fruits of your backyard at night. Bats are also really cuddly if you are able to take care of one as a pet. bats are dangerous wild animals in many circumstances, and obviously don't just take one in from outside, by the way. Ding, 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 ding. But I have been lucky enough in my life to once before care for a bat that needed to be protected because it had been injured as a baby and wasn't able to return to the wild. So in a specific circumstance where I was working with a pet rescue, we happened to take care of a bat, and that's something I want to do again. So he's ultra pet. That's the end of my rant, but he's ultra pet. I love him. Plus he's also really cute, like this version of a bat. Like, look at his little nose. And he's like got good color pop. You'd never lose him. I love it. So I'm putting him in ultra pet. I wonder if we'll have any reality nows. I don't know. Baby Bowser's kind of cute, but he's nasty. This guy's really cute, but he looks like a danger. I don't think you could hug him, and he lives underwater. He is adorable, though. I'm gonna put in a bit tough for similar reasons as the skeleton fish. Like, I don't really know what he would need. He feels like he'd be tough to take care of, but I also love him. Okay, this guy is a grumper, but a cute grumper. I kind of love him. He has more surface area for hugging. He's probably a good protector, but he definitely has needs. Well, maybe just water. I don't know if he would need special food or anything, or if just fish food would be okay. But if he needs to be fed human flesh, that's probably going to be a bit tough. So decent if he will eat regular fish food. Tough if he needs to be fed human flesh. Not interested though. Okay. I don't like these guys. I think they're really creepy. I know lots of people think that they are cute, but I find them to be trying too hard in a way that makes me feel like they're the beginning of a horror movie, like a good horror movie, but a terrifying little creature, and I don't want to hang out with him. Let's see. Okay, this guy is going to go here, return to pound. I think that this guy is more useful than this guy. Like, he's actually a better protector. He isn't in it just to rob you when you try to have him as a pet. Man, Mario Party fucked me up. But he also, he has I don't have the magic that allows him to float. Maybe he has it in himself, but like, I feel like he would make it impossible to have people over. Like, actually impossible. And also, like, he doesn't appeal to me cuddle-wise, and I don't find him very cute, although he's more appealing than this gentleman right here. So we're gonna return him to the pound, and hopefully he will find somebody who loves him. I'm gonna throw a couple more fishies up here, unless I don't like them. Oh, he has higher cuddle appeal, because he's just got like a mohawk and a little attitude, but he can also fly. That's so cute. Oh, he can fly too. He's still a little bit too dangerous, but I definitely like him in decent. You know what? If he can fly like permanently and live without water, I would actually put him up here in really good. I don't like the idea of cleaning an aquarium, apparently. Yeah, I like really good. That's good. That's funny. Oh my god, I instantly hate this guy. Okay, this guy, we have to talk about how much I love him. I think I'm going to... Gosh. Okay, I think I'm going to pop him in really good, but let me talk about why I already have an opinion on him. This weird creature is already something I know because it's in the Super Mario 3D world, and I've watched my partner play it beginning to end, so I've seen all the enemies in that one. As soon as I saw it, squealed with excitement, thought he was so cute. I love his little animation. I love his face. I think he's very cuddly. I don't think he's an ink blob. And the only reason that I say that is because they exist in this little clump. There's always like multiples of them together from what I understand. And I think they're dust or like dust bunnies, but like, you know, obviously the Japanese inspiration version of that, like from the Miyazaki animes that I don't know if movies are referred to as animes. But anyway, the movies that Miyazaki created, like the little tiny dust sprites, I instantly thought of those and I want it so bad. They obviously exist outside of water and lava. They don't need any like special living conditions. And I just was instantly in love. That being said, I still think a dust creature isn't necessarily the ultra pet. Or something I want instantly in reality. But I do think they'd make a really good pet, especially compared to these bozos. So I'm putting him in really good. I love him. All right. He looks like a butthead, like really mean. This is a very aggressive eye stance. Yeah, look, I put this same eye stance down here and send him to hell. He doesn't look like he'd be any fun. He's made out of lava and a fucking cannonball, and he just doesn't appeal. He's also not like a cute chain chomp thing either. So I am going to throw some fishies up here because I love them. Is this a penguin? Is this a penguin with sunglasses? Okay, I'm gonna put him in decent, not in really good, just because penguins need extreme conditions to be comfortable, but I love him. Okay, more fishies. Are there any more fishies? Oh, look at a flying squirrel. We'll get into him in a second. Okay, no. This Crabbo and this squirrel. Those are both like actual pets in reality. So I think I'm just literally going to put them in the reality pet. Reality now, because they already are reality. They both do good protecc. They both have good like cuddleable handability. They also are, you know, real pets. Hermit crabs, flying squirrel. Again, because of my unique nature of working with like specialty animals in specific situations, I have had both of those pets before, just taking care of them, which is like really cool. So I'm gonna put them up here because now I'm just missing having more pets. Okay, this is a cloud. I don't know what to do about that. I guess it's not that different from taking care of a ghost, but like, wouldn't it be tough to have a pet that could be blown away in the wind? Not because they're not small, because like something small you can still, you know, very carefully hold but make sure that they don't blow away, or like create a way to hold them to you. How do you do that with a cloud? Also, I think he's sort of odd looking, and I'm not sure what the purpose of him is in the game. If he's anything like the much larger clouds that are really annoying in the 3D World game, I just think I'm not interested. Like, what's the appeal? Also, how do you hug a cloud? So, yeah, not interested. That's fine. Okay. There's a bunch of the Koopas that are like essentially all the same, slightly different, so I'm gonna blow through those really quick after I talk about one of them. I am going to put the hammer ones lower than I am going to put the other ones because I have died to them too many times in my lifetime to love them as much as I wish I could as a pet. But I also really like the ideas of the Koopas. They're like halfway between the like less sentient enemies and not quite as like creepy and intimidating as these guys. You know what I mean? They are obviously classic. They've been in Mario since the beginning. They are very cuddly. They're not too hard to take care of because they're turtles and not like fish, which always have to be in the water. Like, obviously they need water, but everybody does. And they're good protectors, and they also seem like generally friendly, happy little babies. So I think I'm gonna put them somewhere between Ultra Pet and Decent Pet. Maybe one of them in reality now, because it's like just a plain turtle, but like in a cute, fun way. Okay, so let me like blow through those really quick. Let's see. We're gonna be judgy here, but that's okay. Boomerang Boy is gonna go the lowest because he's the most annoying. He's also got the sharpest beak, which is a little scary. Fireball is going to be 1 higher. No, he should be the same because we're judging on pets, not being annoying. And fire is probably more destructive, even though I find the fireballs in the games less annoying. Okay. Oh, see, here's plain baby turtle boy. We're gonna put him up in reality now. Because he's like a turtle that respectfully puts on shoes and also he can give you a hug. That's so funny. Okay, he can fly, so he's a little bit more rambunctious, might fly away, that kind of thing, but pretty much the same standards. I'm gonna put him in ultra pet. Throwing a snowball, slightly less annoying and could be fun, you know, like that's actually a game where you're interacting with other people, throwing snowballs back and forth. Throwing fire is not a game we play. Humans anyway. Okay, and then throwing the hammer is just gonna be on par with boomerang and fire because you're throwing a hammer. Like, stop it. That's very intimidating. Okay. Oh, and these are red ones, but they're essentially the same, so I'm gonna put them in the same spots. Pardon me. Gotta scroll up. There we go. Okay. And did I miss any of those boys? Oh, here's another creepy one. I didn't even see him. And I hate his crazy eyes. Okay. Wow, we only have some left. Okay. I don't like the bullies. I think that he's just like not, because he's not horrifying like a sentient magic using pet that's out to get you and steal from you. He's just a bully, but he doesn't have huge drawbacks, right? Like you could hug him, you could take care of him. He obviously doesn't want to hang out though, So I don't think I would want him as a pet. I'm putting him in not interested because again, like just like with the cloud, there are so many drawbacks to these guys, but like I can see why people would want them as pets versus this is like either not fun or just not interesting. So he can go up there with the cloud. This guy is too human looking. I hate him. Ugh. Is it just me or is there something creepy about this? He's just going to hell. I don't like that. No. Oh, okay. This guy I love. Let's see, where's his friend? There we go. Get all these up here. Would judge them. Okay. So these guys are adorable, but they don't have huge cuddle factor. Then again, neither does a fish. So I think I'm gonna put them in like this middle part here, with this one being the most appealing because he could fly around and maybe have some fun. I'm gonna actually put him all the way up into really good because I don't think he has any spikes. I think he's a good protector and he can like fly away and like alert you that there's danger coming. You could like rub his little shell and help preen his wings and stuff. It'd be really cute. But I also, I don't think he would be ultra pet either because like he doesn't have any limbs. Is he okay? I don't know how he would move like a snake because he's got a shell, but I guess he can fly. I don't know, really good feels fine for him. This guy I'm putting into decent, as well as him, because they're a little bit more evil looking, like with the red eyes, but that's not necessarily, a turnoff for a pet because I love white rabbits and they typically always have red eyes, as well as a lot of rats and like small rodents and stuff. So like that's not horrible, but it is slightly more intimidating than this cutie. And then these other guys with the spikies I'm gonna put in a bit tough. See, I got a spike theme going on in a bit tough. Very literally tough. Okay, I think this guy is gonna go to return the pound with his cousins. He doesn't have the accessories. You know what? We'll put him in big drawbacks, actually. He doesn't look like he uses magic, so like maybe he's more handleable, but still, I don't need that rambunctious boy energy in my life. Okay, there's only some left here. Let's see. I am gonna see if I hate any immediately. This is creepy. I'm just like immediately not interested in him. I don't know what he is. And if these are eyes, then no thank you. Oh, I know the football guy. I think he would actually be a really decent pet. He'd be so fun to play with, but he's very big. He's like huge, and he's very aggressive, and there's always more than one of them. You can't just have one. Everybody that has one just says that they get sad. That was a dog joke. So yeah, I'm actually gonna put him in decent pet category because he already knows how to play one of the most popular games in the United States. Football. American football, or is there another name for it? I don't think so. We just have we have to rename everything. Okay, who else? Does anybody else instant hate? No, these are all at least semi-decent pet categories. I am gonna put Bony Bowser into Return to Pound because Bowser's enough of a handful already, but then you give him spikes and you make him into a fire-breathing skeleton man, and I'm just gonna pass. Seems like too much. This guy, I'm gonna put in a bit tough because I know he's really annoying. He like throws stuff at you and he can like move really quickly around in his cloud. He's kind of like a real brat, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna put Baby Bowser into decent for similar reasons as this guy. Like, he's fun and he's cute, and in some of the games he actually helps you instead of working with his dad, and he's just like a very sweet boy, and I also think he's very cute. So I'm gonna put him into decent. I don't know how these two Bowsers here are different, but either way, I'm gonna put big drawbacks for Bowser because he's the biggest enemy of the game. He literally makes the universe an evil place. But at the same time, he's like very adorable and he's iconic and he's a good listener and he loves cake. So even though I think there are huge drawbacks to him, I don't think he's worthy of returning to the pound or sending to hell. This one is very scary though. I think this is the Bowser's Fury Bowser, and we haven't played Bowser's Fury yet because we just beat Super Mario 3D World like literally this morning. But he looks actually very scary and less cuddly than the original, so he's already like a very dangerous boy. So I'm gonna put Return to Pound. Maybe somebody else wants to deal with the fire-breathing, lava-infused Bowser. You know what I mean? For similar reasons, I'm going to send this big lava boy into big drawbacks because for reasons like somewhere between Bowser and the lava guy. Like, I do think the lava dragons are cute. I like how they protect, you know, like the jumping over wherever you are and using the 3D space to like make you think about where you should go. Gameplay wise, I really love him. I think he's pretty cute. Not quite as cute as this, obviously, but like in the similar way of like big, intimidating, but also sort of squishy. I think he's cute like Bowser. But yeah, he's a lava boy and he's huge, and could you imagine cleaning up after him? So like, nah, big drawbacks. Fireboy, similar reasons. Pretty cute though, pretty cute. Versus this one, which is just like, no, go away. Let's see. Okay, so I don't know who this is. He's giving me tough energy. Like, he has the same vibe as Baby Bowser, but also like, I don't care, which I think he would be tough in comparison. Like, he's not necessarily interested in your love when he doesn't want it specifically. But he's pretty cuddly looking, and he looks like he might be like a sentient, good protector type boy. And so we'll keep him in a bit tough. Maybe he would be decent if I knew more about him, but I don't know anything about him. He's just some guy. I hate these a lot in the game, and I also think they're sort of weird. So I'm gonna go into not interested, because they just like pop up out of the ground and don't hang out. They are specifically actually trying not to cuddle by hiding, and they also throw things at you. Just not interested. They are cute, don't get me wrong, and they wear little glasses to protect their eyes from the sun when they come up from underground, which is adorable, but also I just don't want to deal. Okay, this is probably going to be one of my last lower ranking ones, and I think probably just not interested. It would not be impossible to hug these guys. They have like 5 or 6, and then the head is on top. But they're a pain in the butt, and they still need to be in like a desert environment. And I live in a desert environment, but I'm also just don't think they're that cute. But you'd need to create like really dry, hot environments to keep a cactus alive. So he'd be more than a bit tough, but he's not exactly a big drawback. So I think we're gonna pop him into not interested. Okay, I'm gonna do the Piranha Plants. The Piranha Plants are only going to get like in the middle for me because I'm really bad at taking care of plants compared to animals, and it's because animals are capable of communicating their needs even in the most basic way, like, hey, I'm bothering you because I need something. And plants can't do that, so that's my personal failing, but also that means that they're a less appealing pet to me. But they also sort of feed themselves. Nah, I think they'd be a little bit too hard. I'm gonna go with the seed-eating one in a bit tough. And then maybe put this one in decent and this one in a bit tough. Because like he's not breathing fire, he's just trying to get some launch. He seems like fun and cute. But again, I'm not interested in plants as much, so I'm putting them a little lower than maybe I would if he was just like this top piece. Maybe if he was just the head and he was like a little carnivore, maybe I'd be more interested. Okay, this is gonna be so funny, but I actually think all of these are cute. I'm gonna put a bit tough for the bullet because how do you maintain a sentient bullet as a pet? So I'm not sure what his needs would be, but he's very cute. He's very good at protecting, and even though he's not fuzzy, he's still highly cuddleable because you can like wrap your arms around him and you could like scratch and pet his metalness, you know? So it doesn't need to be fuzzy, but it does need to be cuddleable, and I think he's very cuddleable. Cuddleable. Same goes for Chain Chomp, except I would actually think he's easier to take care of because you don't have to like have explosive powders or anything, and he's naturally kept on a leash, so you don't have to worry about him running away either. He barks to let you know when people are coming. He tries to scare them away. He's pretty cuddleable. If he was slightly more cuddly, I'd put him into really good, but the big teeth being like a third of his body, it's a little much. Okay, this tiny bomb, I'm gonna put as really good. And it's not, he would be more dangerous if he was the regular bombs, but he is a wind-up bomb, so you can control when he explodes, right? So I'm gonna say that he's less dangerous than the normal bomb enemies, and he's also so cute. Ever since they had the little bombs that walked, I've always loved them. I think they're really cute, and it's a funny idea to help like get the idea in your head that you can move the explosives, you know what I mean? Which again, I'm talking about the game design, but it doesn't matter. He's super cute. He'd do a really good protect. He's intimidating to other people, but I think he would be very cuddly with the people that he protects. So I'm gonna put him under a really good pet because I like him. I still think he's a touch too dangerous to put into Ultra Pet, and he's definitely too dangerous to ask for him in reality, but I think really good is a good one. Okay, I'm gonna put this guy into really good as well. For similar reasons, actually, too. Like, just slightly too dangerous to be an ultra pet. But he's a really good pet. It's kind of like when people say they want to get a husky puppy, and you look at them like, are you sure you're ready for this? That's not usually how you talk about an ultra pet. Now, not that huskies aren't great dogs, but they are not for everyone. A golden retriever is an ultra pet dog. That dog can be handled by anybody in any situation. And a husky can't, and that's a good thing. Knowing that is important, though. And this is the husky of skeleton enemies. He's very cute, you know you want him, but he's gonna rip apart every single one of your shoes. Okay, here's the last three little guys. I made myself laugh way too hard at that. These are our last three little guys. We have the Blooper, the original Goomba, and then this like gopher guy. He looks like so much fun. I love his energy. He looks like he just popped right up and he's ready to play. High cuddle factor. I think he like shuffles really quickly towards you when he sees you as an enemy, so he's probably a pretty good protector. He isn't dangerous, or at least I don't think so. He doesn't look dangerous. He doesn't have any weapons. He doesn't look like he's wearing accessories or has tools, so he's probably not sentient. And he looks like he would be a little fuzzy guy to cuddle. I love that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put him in Ultra Pet. He looks like he'd be really fun. I don't think I would want those, like, does he... Okay, now this is a real question. Does he deserve reality now? Because gophers are definitely a reality, but literal gophers are not a pet. They're rodents. And like I say that, not that rodents are bad, but they have specific habits that make them really bad pets unless you want one as a pet. And like unlike a rat, they have a much higher calorie intake need, so it's like harder to deal with. I think I'm gonna keep him in Ultra Pet because of those reasons. This guy, like one of the reasons flying squirrels can make good pets is because they need so few calories that it's not that hard to feed them what they want so that they won't destroy your things. That's basically what it comes down to. Similarly for dogs, but like rodents, that's usually why people don't like having them. All right, but yeah, Ultra Pet instead of reality now for him. A Goomba, sentient mushroom, is that a good pet? I think so. He has always seemed like a good time. He's always seemed like he wanted to hang out. And honestly, I personally am ready for this. I'm gonna throw him into reality now, and then I'm going to maybe talk myself out of it, but we'll see. Okay. He would provide, if he does photosynthesis, he would provide clean oxygen. He looks like he is sort of cute, grumpy, like he's gonna really get down with watching reality TV with me. He is highly cuddleable. He would be like a little bit squishy when you hug him, which would be nice. Not like wet squishy, but just like squeezable. And like I like the little noises that they make in the modern games, so I think he'd be like not annoying to have around the house, you know, like he wouldn't bark at the neighbors in his little mushroom barking. But yeah, basically I think that the Goombas are really adorable. I would love to have one as a pet, try it out. I think this is the only one that we have that isn't like a real animal that I'm gonna have in reality now, which ended up being funny. I didn't expect that, but yeah, I like that. And then finally, we have the Blooper, which I'm gonna put in really good. Obviously, having like a little jellyfish or a little squid would be awesome, and more manageable than like, where's this? Like this guy, who's, you can tell from the picture that he's huge, but like the Bloopers are fish sized. They're not like spiky and aggressive like these ones. They follow you and are good protectors, but they're not necessarily like exaggeratedly dangerous in the way some of these other guys are. And they don't need some of the extreme conditions that like something like a penguin would need. So I'm actually going to put the blooper in really good. I think that would be a lot of fun to have a blooper. And then holy crap, that's it. At least for this list. This was really fun. I can't believe how these ended up. I thought that the little lava guy would be higher based off of the fact that I wanted to make a whole video over him. But this was really cute, and I can't believe where I ended up with having some of these, like having the Goomba in reality now. Okay, that does it for now. This was really fun, but I don't want to drag it out too much. So if you agree or disagree, you liked or hated my categories, you think I made some weird calls, or you are super into plants and you wish I had pushed them higher, like, comment, and subscribe, am I right?